Local 2 Weather Authority forecast.
All right, thank you, Rebecca. Well, this forecast sure is super on this Tuesday. We're looking at some really great conditions out there. Mostly clear skies going to settle into West Texas. Just a little bit of cloud cover off to the east, though. No real rainfall chances, unfortunately, for us whatsoever. Water vapor, seeing how much moisture there is up in the atmosphere. It's a little bit all over the place, but we are starting to see some of that drier air making its way into the viewing area from the west, and that dry air is going to be the story of the week moving forward. Just some very ridiculously dry conditions moving forward, and that's what's giving us that fire weather condition that we're going to be keeping an eye on from here on out. Temperatures looking pretty warm out there. Upper 40s across West Texas, 50s and 60s off to the east. Similar to what we saw yesterday. All in all, just a nice morning. Mostly clear skies with those temperatures staying on the warm side. Probably not going to need a jacket or a coat, but one big difference is we do see a little bit of moisture making its way into the eastern part of the viewing area. That's where we've got some of those humidity values getting up. 52% in Big Spring, 61% in Odessa Midland, 90% in Dryden. And that might lead to noticing a little bit of dew on the windshield as you head out the door this morning. Just something that's a bit of a change of pace for us, but off to the west, not even close to that. We're seeing a lot of extremely dry air, 13% humidity in the Guadalupe Pass, and that's the sort of dryness that we're going to be looking at going forward, and that is why we have that concern for our fire weather conditions. Now today, not going to be quite as warm as what we've seen recently, though. We do have a weak cold front heading through right around lunchtime. Should be bringing in some strong winds, but dropping our temperatures, so we only get up into the upper 60s this afternoon. Big change of pace from those lower 80s that we saw yesterday, but we do still have a fire weather watch in effect for much of the western portion of the viewing area. Guadalupe Mountains cleared down to the Davis Mountains. That's the area we're going to be keeping an eye on. Still seeing a lot of that dry air settling in a big way. Even with that cold front making its way through, it's really not going to drop our temperatures quite enough to avoid some of that fire weather threat. So that's why we're going to continue to see that in the forecast throughout the rest of the day today and into the next several days. But all in all, things should start to warm up a bit as we make our way through the rest of this week. Today, a little bit cooler, sitting at 69 degrees by this afternoon. But tomorrow, we see those temperatures take a bit of a bounce, getting back up into the lower 80s, 83-degree high on Wednesday. Thursday, again, we cooled down a bit. We have sort of that yo-yo effect going forward back into the 70s, but then into this weekend, another chance for 80-degree highs on Saturday. Sunday and Monday, notice a little bit of a cooling trend, and that's actually what we're going to be seeing going into next week. By the middle of the upcoming work week, cool down on the way as we get a bit